Gemini, your love card for 2026 is the High Priestess. And your partner or love prospect may have strong Cancer, Pisces, or possibly Virgo in their natal chart. If not, it's a year where you're strongly guided by intuition in your connections and magnetized to idealistic romance. Either you or a partner could have very strong emotions or maybe possess an emotional nature that psychically links you together. Even so, there are times when the emotions are inhibited, possibly because of emotional depression or mental instability. So you'll have to be especially careful this year to monitor your moods and stick to the facts of the situations you encounter. You could be involved with someone who's highly sensitive to environmental factors that play on the physical health. And this person may suffer through issues with hormones, digestion, allergies, or asthma. This person might also have defective eyesight or wear glasses. That could be you, possibly. Family is also very important, and the maternal instincts, whether you're male or female, could be stirred by the relationship. However, the desire to protect can make a relationship more challenging than necessary at times. For some, the role of daughter, wife, or mother is a prominent role, or maybe it's fertility that is in focus and issues connected to that. The nurturing influence might also include a love of animals or cooking and caretaking, but can extend to the profession. So some of you are a homemaker or you're involved with one, or you or the partner may work in a food, drink, or health industry, maybe as a street vendor, or maybe you're in employment connected to children. Or it may be that home, land, property, real estate, or commodities holds significance. More personally, maybe you're a collector, or you're interested in purchasing a home, or creating a home life that suits your needs. There's also a fondness for travel, and that could be a big part of your relationship or how you meet. Maybe you're dealing with someone who works in hospitality, or they travel for work, or they work in transportation or connected to shipping. Or maybe they have an occupation connected to water. And in fact, places near water may be important to meeting a person, or it could be a destination that you travel to together. For some of you, the love interest is a shop owner or somebody who deals with clothing, or alternatively, it may be a creative. It could be a writer, a photographer, an illustrator, someone in an artistic field. And for others, this is someone who deals with the public. They're well known, or they have a very public image. Now, in addition to that profile, this is a year where you may need to be very adaptable, either to meet someone or because of occurrences within an existing relationship. The year can hold some ups and downs, changes of fortune, or some measure of uncertainty. But it is a year where you're meeting new people who seem to be on your same wavelength. If you're single and looking for someone, you may be drawn to a person that has a certain mystique, or perhaps there's an element of secrecy or something occurring behind the scenes. Now, for a few, it's the role of the other, someone outside of the primary relationship. It could be a partner having an affair, or maybe you're a mistress, and naturally that impacts your circumstance. But that's just a few. If that's the case, or there are other problems within a relationship, You may be seeking outside guidance through therapy or counseling. More benignly, maybe you're just getting advice from others, or you lend a listening ear to your partner. Whatever is going on with you could impact your relationships with friends, particularly women in your life. And those alliances may undergo some type of reconstruction as a result of the transitions in your life. For others, it's either seeking or finding what you perceive to be your ideal, or maybe someone interested in you sees you as that. So for some of you, someone intriguing and mysterious could enter your life this year. In some cases, it could be a romantic encounter with a femme fatale, a woman desired by all but possessed by none. Or maybe that's you. If you're with or getting to know someone, you might choose to maintain your privacy. Maybe you like to keep what happens between you and a partner just between the two of you. Or it could be that the public persona of your relationship appears cool and reserved, yet behind the scenes, a burning intensity is there that extends to the physical, motivated by an increased interest in sexual intimacy. However, it's not likely that any new connection will make it to the physical stage if you have unanswered questions. You might be making a conscious choice of celibacy, or it could be you're in a relationship where the circumstances warrant that, you're in love with this person, but it's love without sex. This is a period where you'll want to probe deeper into the other person's background and their psyche for the full story, especially if you feel there are hidden issues. And so you may be asking a lot of questions before you commit to someone. It's quite possible that a relationship or the terms within it will have some strings attached. If you don't hear the answers that you need, though, you might decide not to get involved. And your choices are also driven by your own background, and certain behaviors or relationships can be the result of early memories, past conditioning, and the influence of the subconscious. It's important to cultivate patience this year and not rush or force issues. In some cases, maybe you're dealing with someone that's trying to change your mind about certain things, and there could be some unseen factors influencing a decision. So this is a year to move forward with caution. Just let everything develop naturally, organically. You'll recognize when it's the best time to act, whatever that may pertain to, by trusting your inner voice. Now, if you fail to recognize your intuition, you could get caught up in superficiality, or it may be that this need for external validation invites more intrigue into your life than you're actually prepared to handle. And the changes that happen over the year could be a result of you changing the rules of your relationship to suit yourself, especially if you're prone toward promiscuity, manipulation, or self-destruction, or you're drawn to those types of individuals. The other extreme is remaining single because of repressed emotions, or you're relying too heavily on analysis and rational thought, and that keeps you stuck in the friend zone. Maybe you're out of touch with your inner self in ways that create distance within a relationship to the point that you feel isolated, lonely, or on your own. In any case, this is a year where changing conditions will cause you to reevaluate how you feel about someone or or something, and circumstances will call into question beliefs, promises, or goals. As the natural tendency of your sign, Gemini, a duality exists in circumstances that includes opposition, division, and situations in flux.